see how serious the issue is.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Fine. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night. Stand for coaches. Who are on the hot seat. How in the world do they stay focused?
Well, Kevin, I think, look, most coaches have very thick skins. You're going to get criticized every day. You have to know that when you get into the profession, and you just got to stay focused on the things you can control. And my brother always used to tell me, don't worry about criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from.
That's pretty good advice in itself.
It is.
Well, not too long ago, MP has been very outspoken about them needing to win on the road. He feels like that's the ultimate test of this team, that if they can do that, they can pretty much do anything.
Well, becoming a great road team doesn't just happen overnight, even if MP would like it to. I think they've accomplished as much as you can expect in the time they've had to work. I'm curious to see if they build on that here.
So the next starting five, they've got Thunder. Scotty Barnes is out there with Song. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Whitehead in at the small forward. Livingston can't hit.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And it's Barnes at the elbow. Here's Dillingham. Good on the three-point shot. Dillingham's got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now, here's Banchero, hoping to put that miserable performance against Milwaukee behind him tonight. Now, Sarr, pass to Thunder. Dillingham with it. Clock at 6. Here's Thunder. 33 points last game. And no good. Here's Wagner. Here's Gravett. To end the cold streak. The shot, no good. Nice D from Thunder. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. And looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
You did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
Now, here's Banchero. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Here's Thunder. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Pass to Dillingham. With the drive. Bucket is good. Dillingham's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. And checking out Orlando, sitting there 4 spots below. Now, here's Wagner. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Pass to Livingston. Over Sarr. Livingston can't hit.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
The Magic trail by 6. Banchero with the ball. Now defended by Sarr. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Now, here's Wagner. No scoring in this one. In the corner, Powell with it. Inside. Here's Gravett. And Sarr pulls it down.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Dillingham wide open, and he fires. And the 3-ball is good. Dillingham's got 11 points.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Wagner from long range. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth games.
Nets passing it around. Pass to Thunder. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's Gravett. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Fires for 3. Kicks it out to Banchero. Krills the 3-pointer. 5 points in the game.
And he's one of those guys that just keeps coming at you. Paolo Banchero is special.
There's a good screen. And it's Thunder missing.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's Gravett. Hasn't made one yet. Banchero inside, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And how about the footwork and body positioning of Banchero makes him so tough to guard down low.
The first overall pick, and Stan, we have seen this kid, 6'10" Paolo Banchero. How impressive have you assessed his passing skill?
Well, Kevin, it was the thing that surprised me most about him when he came in the NBA. I knew he could put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, get to the free throw line, but he is one of the best big playmakers in this league, making the game easier for all of his teammates.
Wow, what a great asset.
You aren't kidding.
Here's Thunder. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. In the corner, Dillingham with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
Johnson, he's checked in for Dillingham. Bjelic. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Magic trail by 6. Pulls it up. Rebound, Brooklyn. Thunder's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson outside. Here's Thunder. A difference maker he's been for him. He's averaging more than 34 points a game. Hard to believe.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Reeves. Rebound by Johnson. Here's Thunder. Here's Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
And on the interior, Banchero's a hard worker with terrific mobility.
Both free throws good from Banchero. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Driving to the basket.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. The Magic trail by 8. Here's Walsh. Still without a basket. Five to shoot. Here's Banchero. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Banchero's got 13 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
1:07 left here in the first quarter. Reeves with the rebound. Magic have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Pass to Banchero. Here's Thunder, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Here's Buzelis. 11 points last game. Terry Moglu. It's deflected. Here's Thunder, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Walsh. Brooklyn with the rebound. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
And the basket by Thunder.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Brooklyn looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their work from beyond the arc. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Walker Kessler. Thunder is out there with Dillingham. Then there's Scotty Barnes. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Mavericks was all business. He scored 33 points and was reliable as ever from distance. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance.
And Orlando has possession. Down by 15. And here is Barnes. The tray, and the Nets another three.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Bilic. No good on the 3. The Magic trail by 18, and the foul called on Thunder. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Kerry Moglu trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Over to the left wing. Here's Thunder. 11 points in the game. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Magic making a switch here. Hood Schifino's checked in.
Number 16, Jalen Schifino.
The Magic trail by 19. In the corner, it's Buzelis. Shot from the wing. Kessler with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Barnes passes to Thunder. Now Dillingham. 18 points for him. Jacks up a 3. Barnes can't get it to go. Orlando, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Pass to Hood Schifino. Brooklyn with the rebound. Kessler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes the 3. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Nets.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Knocks it loose. Out left of the wing. Here's Thunder driving the lane. To the left wing from past the arc. Buzelis grabs the board. Orlando's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Fades back. Another miss by Orlando. Brooklyn with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Dillingham, no good. The Magic shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Puts up a 3. Good. Schifino shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
All alone. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Both teams deciding to change it up. Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. You look at Thunder, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
quite a roll he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first free throw is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfectly lined so far here in the second quarter.
Here's Sarr. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Wagner finds Banchero. Brooklyn with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And look at what they did in the fourth quarter. Just totally out of sync and lacking in intensity. And that turned into that huge comeback.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Wagner outside. From deep, buries the long-range jumper. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
Banchero with the ball. Now guarded by Thunder. To the middle. Here's Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Here's Gravett. Wagner left side. Banchero is screen for Wagner. Dives for it. Rebound by Thunder. Thunder's got his 6th rebound on the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. DA thanks. 6 to shoot. Whitehead passes to Sarr. And it's off from three-point range. Orlando's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Wagner with it. He has 6. For 3. That one doesn't drop. Brooklyn's gone for the 3-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Brooklyn shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the Nets making a change here. Butler's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. So for the Magic, their last game a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. And the foul called on Thunder. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. For Orlando, they have shot 8 of... So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Nets running away with this one.
The Nets.
Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get
Thanks for tuning in. Well,
When you shoot it efficiently, the probability of winning goes way up. It also saves you wasted energy.
Yeah, sometimes teams
and next up, we have the award winners, our Players of the Month in the East and the West. In the East, Thunder. And that'll do it for half.
And with the check in for Brooklyn. Livingston is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then there's Powell. Then there's Wagner. And it's Gravett in at the point guard position. This is out there for Orlando.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Tipped away. Powell with the steal. Here's Livingston. It's good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Pass to Thunder. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Thunder's got 18 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Back to Banchero. No good on that one. Good D by Barnes. There's Whitehead. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 90 seconds now into the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Wagner from long range. Traps in the tray. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Barnes against Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Gravett. Lets it go with the three. And he's good on the three ball.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Sarr. They set the pick. Launches it. Dillingham, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Powell for 3. Rebound by Thunder. Thunder's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Magic foul. Foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Now Dillingham. 25 points in the game. Basket counts.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
It's your 407 penalty.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Wagner left side. They double him with Song. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. To the paint. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Whitehead to the right side. Here's Dillingham. He's defended by Wagner. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Thunder. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Livingston. Pass to Powell. Wagner outside. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. Wagner's got 6 in the quarter.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment. Over to the wing. Baseline J on the way. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Thunder. He's got 18. Off with the layup. Powell with it. Now defended by Thunder. Powell kicks to Banchero. Back to Powell. The rebound by the Nets. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Whitehead. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
Wagner wide open. That 3 off the mark. Nets leading by 23. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Thunder. There's the 3. Rebounded by Livingston. Livingston's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Powell, the pass to Wagner. Now, here's Banchero. He's got 15. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sarr's got rebound number 7 for him tonight from 11 feet away, and the shot goes in. Barnes has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And here's Wagner. He's got 12. From the arc. Pass to Livingston. The Magic again can't hit. Nets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Barnes passes to Thunder. To the left side wing. They set the pick. Here's Dillingham. Rebounded by Livingston. Livingston's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Kravitt. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And for his position, Banchero, great vision and willingness to make the extra pass.
Orlando making some changes. Reeves is checked in, and Buzelis subbed in for Powell. Brooklyn leading by 23. He takes it in, and the basket by Thunder. Thunder's got 20.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Banchero. Butler with the steal. Pass to Thunder. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Thunder's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Nets. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach.
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Banchero outside. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. He gets that one. Banchero's got 18 points in the game.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Bilic. Another one falls for Brooklyn. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Banchero. The three sinks the triple. Banchero's got 21 in the game.
Well, that's his first three here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
And here we go with the Magic fast break. A nice shot by Walsh.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thunder. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Orlando's ball. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. .17 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Walsh. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Buzelis. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And so it's Brooklyn in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick.
To make substitutions. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Thunder. Nailed from three-point land. Thunder's got 15 points in just the second half. Well, Orlando shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter, setting the floor for the Nets. Thunder is out there with Dillingham. Then it's Sarr. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Whitehead in at the three. Livingston can't hit.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Dillingham, no good.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Wagner outside. Down low. Here's Livingston. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Whitehead passes to Thunder. The open shot by Dillingham. The rebound by Gravett. Gravett's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Livingston. Wagner outside. Here's Banchero. And a missed layup. Brooklyn in control. Right wing. Sarr with it. Here's the screen. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
And the foul called on Thunder. That will be foul number 5 on him. So for the Nets, Butler, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. And it's Johnson in for Dillingham. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Grovit, it's tipped. Johnson with it. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Wagner. Here's Grovit, covered by Johnson. Pass to Livingston. And the basket is good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Brooklyn.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Thunder.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here we felt it.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Grovit. Pass to Livingston. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 15 rebounds. And he drives in. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Butler on the way. He's covered by Banchero. Here's Thunder. Just 4 to shoot. Knocks down the 3 ball. Thunder's got 37.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
NYC, baby. The stars are out. Say what's up to Spike for me.